beat at AT.
What is up, everyone? It is Andrew Rapier here of Beta AT Production and Publishing, showing you guys how you guys can make your own style beats or how to make your own beats. So, originally I did this live and I actually did the beat and explained everything. But for whatever reason, I guess because I upgraded to Windows 10, the synchronization got off, and so it was just a mess. So here we are with the beat that I made that to me doesn't fit any specific style. I'm gonna go ahead and play the beat and let you guys hear what you guys think, or let you guys hear and then let you guys think if it fits any other style. It's just some beat I made. I'm gonna explain the process I went, and I didn't have any reference or any prior knowledge of anything on making this beat, and I'll kind of explain the process of how you can make your own beats and not have a reference, so you can create your own organic beats. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain how I actually came up with this melody. First, so what I actually did, let me go ahead and copy this. Originally, what I had for the melody was, actually I'll just do it like this. What I had was this all in the piano. So this whole entire thing, what you see right now, was in the piano. But I knew I had a idea in mind. I didn't have the concept in mind, and the idea I had was, well, I'm gonna separate this melody from these chords, and so these chords are gonna be one sound, and then this melody is gonna be one sound. And so what I did was this Antasia. That sound was the chord, and then when we go to the synth, it was this other sound that was from Nexus, and I'm gonna play it right here. And when you have these two different sounds, completely different sounds that have like the same melody, you can kind of manifest your own creations, I guess you would say. It's just another technique for utilizing unique creative outputs on making beats. Now, what I did for the other melody, there's pretty much 3 melodies. This is needs to get deleted. This melody is Absinthe, and it's just a little glitch pad thing that I only did it for background noise purpose, which you see. It's the BG synth. Now, those are the only melodies, and I just explained how I came up with the melodies. The background synth just came recently. I actually just added that in. I added it in after the beat. Now, the background synth is just for background sound. So then what I did was when I was designing the drums, I was working with everything together, and I came up with all of this was what I came up with just in my channel rack. So to explain that a little bit more is I developed the melody first, and I developed the melody all within the channel rack on here, and then I did the drums, and then I separated the drums, and I separated everything by doing the split by channel to where I had everything separated. And now I have everything separated, so I got the snares, cymbals, kicks, bongos, open crashes, texture snares, hats, 808s, and these other 808 patterns. Got 3 different 808 patterns. Now, I started just doing, when I split it up, I started just layering everything. This is a very traditional setup that I do, and many other producers do. And what I mean by traditional setup, I want to have a 4-bar intro, 8-bar chorus, 16-bar verse, and then another 8-bar chorus. That's just how I want it set up. It's just a way so I know, so the rappers I send this to know the kind of understand where everything is at. So I want to make sure that the rappers know where the chorus and the hook ends, because if they don't understand that, then everything will be all over the place. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I do the structure. For developing your own structure, you can follow this formula and then just change around how you do it. So I had my 808s playing all the way through, and then I brought in these kicks right up in here. Then over here I drop the kicks and I bring in the 808s. Maybe you want your kicks playing all the way through and take out the 808s. The main point of doing this tutorial is to actually differentiate yourself from others, and a lot of this comes from creativity. I cannot exactly tell you step by step on what to do, but what I can tell you to do is watch various tutorials and tips and tricks of other producers and other such, and utilize some of their key aspects that you enjoy listening to and working with, and just create something new with that. Just build off of other people, and that's the whole point of learning other people's styles and techniques, is to build off of those, not to copy them and work them as your own, I guess you would say. So I did all my drums a little bit differently. Here's snares. It's just a typical snare, actually, but then I did these cymbals, which are a little bouncy, and then these kicks, which I don't have the kicks as a whole bunch. I actually had more work with my 808s, so there's a lot of fluctuation with the 808s. These are just different patterns I'm pulling up right now, and the reason why I don't do a lot of fluctuations with the kicks is because I am already doing them with the 808s. So if I have to change around the kicks, then I might have to change some 808s to fit it. And I wanted to make this beat a little bit more 808 and bass driven rather than kick drum driven. Hopefully that makes some sense. It definitely has like a weird groove and vibe to it. Almost kind of gives me like a Young Thug, Travis Scott feel, but I didn't really have that in mind when making this beat. So yeah, I pretty much developed that melody, and then I found different sounds that that went together, so that Antasia and synth went together. However, there were different VSTs and different sounds. They weren't of the same category, I guess you would say. Then I built these drums around it, and then I went ahead and started adding more 808 patterns. So the first half of the chorus is a different 808 pattern than this 808 in this chorus. And then the beginning verse 808 is different than the other 808s, as you can all see. I'm gonna go ahead and play just the chorus, the first half of the chorus, then play the second half of the chorus, and then let you guys hear the differences in them. That was the first half, so here's the second half. So there's a change up with I add in these hi-hats, and then I also change the 808 pattern, and then I add in these kicks. So just changing things up and spicing the melodies and creativity in the beat is a very vital step on developing your own styles and signatures. So, and then here's the first part of the verse, first quarter. So those were some of the things that I did when developing this beat. It's you could probably classify this beat as other styles and producers, but when I was actually making this beat, I didn't have anyone in mind, and pretty much I showed you guys literally how I did it. I started out with a piano. I did a G minor chord, because if we look into this Antasia, it's a G, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0, 3, 7 would be a minor chord. So I just did some basic melody structures, and then I wrote in some of these other notes, and then I just flipped everything over to some different sounds and found some sounds that went together, then built some drums around it. I didn't have anyone in mind. I wasn't listening to a reference track. So it was a very organic piece, so hopefully this kind of guides you guys a little bit on how to create your own sound or beats. There isn't really a real way on developing your own sound. It's all about creativity, so it doesn't ever end or stop. It's just whenever you learn from other producers or rappers' styles, just remember not to copy them. Learn to enhance them and build off of them, because you just don't want to be a biter. It's just not really artistic. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you want to learn the basics or more tips and tricks about beat making, be sure to go to beatat.com. We also have a beat production course called How to Make Beats Like the Pros. There's gonna be a link in the description where you can enroll in that course. I highly recommend that course for any producer trying to enhance their production skills. It's for beginners as well as advanced users. It's a great course. Hours, like numerous of hours of content, like days, like easily. But great content for you guys to learn and enhance your skills. If you guys want beats, drum kits, and more, be sure to go to beatat.com. Link is in the description as always and on this video. So be sure to go to beatat.com. Best place for beats, drum kits, and tutorials and much, much more. This is Andrew Pierre here of Beta AT Production and Publishing, and I'll see you guys later.